Hello students, today we are going to discuss NCERT questions in this video. These are the questions that you can see on page number 100 of your NCERT book based on distance and displacement concept that we have understood in the previous lecture. So what is this question? Let's understand this. An object has moved through a distance. It is given in the question, an object has moved through a distance. Can it have a zero displacement? He is asking. So we have understood distance and displacement. What is the difference between distance and displacement? That also we have understood. So he is asking, can any object have zero displacement? If yes, support your answer with an example. So what we will say? We will say that yes, it can have zero displacement. We have understood in the previous lecture that displacement can be zero and distance can never be zero. In the differences also we have written. Okay, so how should we answer this? We will answer it like that. Yes, displacement can be zero in this case. And what is the example I can give? What kind of example we can give to support this answer? How? One kind of example is if the object is moving in a circular motion. If the object is moving in a circular motion, let's say if the object is moving in a circular motion, this is a circle and the object is over here. If the object is moving in a circular motion and it is again and again coming back to the initial position. If the object is coming back to initial position, that means in that case displacement is zero, we can consider. So one of the example can be like this. Or we can consider if the object is moving in a straight line and what is the initial position? This, and it is coming back to its initial position, right? It is going to a particular point and then again coming back to its initial position. In that case also it can have zero displacement. This example can be given in a manner that when we go from home to school and then again come back to home, or when we go from home to any market and then from market to again home. So initial position and final position, in any case if it is same, then we can say that the displacement is zero, right? Now what is the next question? I am reading the next question. This is very important numerical. The question is like this. A farmer moves along the boundary of a square field of side 10 meter in 40 seconds. Right? You understood this? Okay. What does it mean? There is one farmer. He is moving along the boundary of a square field. That means his field is of shape square and which is having side 10 meter. Field is of square shape having side 10 meter and he is moving along the boundary of a square field in 40 seconds. What will be the magnitude of displacement of the farmer at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds from his initial position? So we have to consider initial position and his movement, and after 2 minutes 20 seconds they are asking what is the displacement of that farmer. So let's consider a square field. Okay, suppose this is a square field. This was question number 1. This was question number 2. This is a square field that a farmer is having. Suppose a farmer started from this position and he is moving along the boundary. Okay, like this. From this to this position, how much it is? 10 meter, 10 meter, 10 meter and 10 meter. So what is the distance covered by the farmer in this case? Distance covered by the farmer is 40 meter, and in how much time he is taking 40 seconds for that. That is given in your question, right? Now what is being asked in the question, that is what will be the displacement of the farmer at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds. 2 minutes 20 seconds means we have to convert it into seconds. First of all, the similar unit we need. 2 minutes 20 seconds is equal to 2 minutes equal to 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 2 minutes will be 120 seconds. So 2 minutes 20 seconds will be 140 seconds. After 140 seconds, that means we need to find out the displacement of that farmer after 140 seconds. So in 40 seconds he completes one round. So how many rounds we can consider? After that we will get the position of the farmer, and if we get the final position of the farmer, then only we can find out the displacement, because we need initial and final positions, right? So in 40 seconds farmer is completing one round, right? In 140 seconds, how many rounds he will cover up? How many rounds he will cover up? He will cover up 3.5 rounds, right? 40, then again 40, that means 80. 2 rounds means 80. 3 rounds means 40 more, that is 120. 3 rounds completed, and then 120 के बाद 130, 140, right? So what will be the position? He will be covering 3.5 rounds, and the position will be this diagonal position. Suppose this is point A, this must be point C, right? So if the farmer started from point A, his final position will be at C after 140 seconds, right? That we have found. Now what is the displacement? They are asking displacement. How to find displacement? Displacement can be found as a straight path, shortest distance between A and C. So what is this? This is actually the diagonal of this square, right? This side is given, this side is given. We can use Pythagoras theorem to find out the hypotenuse, right? To find out displacement, that is equal to AC, use Pythagoras theorem that we all know. Pythagoras theorem we must have used, you all must have used in your previous classes maths, in subject maths, right? So that will be AC square is equal to AD square plus DC square. AD square is 10, it is also 10, and what is AC? Then it will be under root of this. So it will be under root of 10 square is 100, 10 square is 100 plus 100, that will be under root of 200. So what is under root of 200? In a simplified manner we can write down it as 10 root 2, okay, or 10 multiplied by, what is the value of root 2? 1.4, right? 1.414, we can consider only one decimal, so that will be 1.414 if I write, so that will be 14.14 meters, right? The unit is very important to write down whenever we are doing any numerical. Here also you have seen everywhere I have written units particularly along with all these things, right? So it is very important to write down the unit along with the answer. It is very, very important, right? Now let's consider the last question that is given in this. The last question is, you can see, which of the following is true for displacement? It cannot be 0. Its magnitude is greater than the distance traveled by the object. True for displacement means it is for displacement, all the points we should remember. Displacement can be 0, right? But it is written it cannot be 0, so it is false. Next is, its magnitude is greater than the distance traveled by the object. It is not like that. Its magnitude is not greater, it is always smaller, because displacement is shortest distance. Remember, I told you it is shortest distance, so it can be always smaller than the distance, or it can be equal to distance, but it cannot be greater than. Okay, it cannot be greater, it is always less. So this statement is also false, right? Understood how to do these kind of questions? So I will give you some worksheet for the questions based on distance and displacement also. Based on that, based on the concept, we can do it, right? Hope you understood all these questions and how to do the numerical, how to attempt the numericals. Thank you.